Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name's Pete. This is part 2 of the Farnley Branch line. In the last episode we covered some quarries, pits down that way. This is known as the old wagon line in local areas, or in the local area. It doesn't have a name, this road, it's an unadopted road, hence why it's got the nickname wagon line. And last time we covered this crossing, Whitehall Road, and a gate post. So I'll turn the camera around. So Whitehall Road, we go through where the gate post was, and then we join another road at the other side. I believe it's called Low Moor Road, Low Moor Lane, and that would go straight into Sowdens pit, and that's where we'll take off from. Before we get over there, we'll just have another quick look at the gate post with the wrought iron still on there. The other one's gone at the other side, but this was an original crossing for the railway. It never had gates as we know, because there wasn't any traffic up in this road until 1911 when the first tram car came this way. And we're going to go over there to that hedgerow. Now behind me is Whitehall Road where we just were, and I am stood on what was pretty much the track bed for this light railway. I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you what I can see. To get our bearings, Whitehall Road, I've not walked across the field, but there is an entrance into the field. Load of old gate posts down there, absolutely rotten through. I suspect potentially even as old as the railway. Some of them, this one here, that one there. But there's a natural gap here, and at that side, I don't know if you can see it in camera, there is a drainage dike, but it's not here at this side, and the line ran straight across here. That farm wasn't there, and it took a swing to the right to Sowdens pit, and then hopefully I can get to a fence, look over that and show you what was there too. So I've got the sun in my eyes, but what you can see at that side of me is the site of Sowdens pit. There. And then there's that row of houses here. And at the side of them houses there was a picture taken of the headgear. So I'll try and match that up. Now the railway line used to run straight through this field. So the railway line used to run straight through here and head over towards what's called Lawns Lane. But this is the actual pit site here. And this land is somewhat raised to everywhere else around us, so it's probably slag heaps that have been levelled out, and that's the site of Sowdens pit. Now where that house is there's a lane called Walsh Lane, and I believe somebody stood there and took a picture looking this way, and it showed the headgear around here somewhere. So I'll try and match that up for you, and then we'll go further along the line to see if there's anything else left. So now I'm stood about where the headgear was here. There was a building here that was made out of Farnley brick. That farm there is new, all the buildings in the background are new, and let's try and match that in. Sowden quarry that way. The eagle-eyed amongst you will already have seen what I'm on. Look at this. It's an embankment. This is in the back of New Farnley at Leeds, West Yorkshire, United Kingdom. This is really totally unexpected to come across this. But this isn't even the most magical part of this, which I will get to, don't you worry. I'm teasing you a little bit because I like to be such a tease. Now Farnley, there was nothing here when this railway was built. There might have been this row of cottages here, but over there, they're all new. Everything you're looking at, except maybe that white building there, are all new builds, and you can see the embankment. It's been cut away a bit here, I don't know why. There is a gate there, so maybe it was for farmer access to the fields, But what we can see is that natural, unnatural undulation up there. Now I think that was the slag heap. And that's looking back to Sowdens. But we can clearly see an embankment here. This is the railway, and I've followed it on maps, but I didn't know that this embankment was still here, which is quite amazing. But what also is more impressive is there's some buildings here, and I never knew these buildings existed. I've not seen these on any maps. I don't know what this was for. If you've got local knowledge, please write in the comments on the video, not on any other format, just on the video so other people can see it. But check out this. Farnley. I've walked around the whole building. There are no glazed bricks on it, but every single brick has come from Farnley. It was quite a substantial building. It might have been a stable. You can see that embankment up there now, clear as day, wonderful. Now I wonder if there is anything left at the actual Farnley site when we get there. This is all rather exciting now because I've also got this building here in front of me. I never knew it was there. There is a little bit of a gate there, but I'm going to try and sneak through there and get in because I feel like what I'm doing is really quite important and I'm not doing any vandalism. I say important for me. But we've got this building here. And even more than that, there is a glazed brick there on the floor. I'm going to take that one home and wash that. So we'll put that there. Now I don't see any other obvious ones, but Farnley we're known for doing wonderful sanitary ware, meaning glazing. But look at this building. We've got the brickwork sticking out at the top for the gutters. That is fresh out of the Farnley catalogue. We've got all these glazed bricks here. Look at the colours. Now this factory closed down in 1957, but this is way older than that, and the glaze on them, it just looks beautiful. I hope the colours are coming out, and I really do hope I can find a coloured Farnley brick. Now like I said, I'm going to take that one home because these bricks are valuable, but I'm not going to do it for that purpose, because I think what I might do is give that brick away to a subscriber, provided I don't have to pay for postage. But what we have here are some brick buildings. I'm going to see if I can knock on a door and come through that gate and get permission to come and film these. That's the side we've just come from. I've knocked on every door around here, nobody's answering. But as you can see, it is uncared for. But this is the other side of that building. Again, we've got some more of the beautiful glazed brick and what we would rest the guttering on at the top. Now quite often these would have glazed brick inside as well. Now there's been a fire there, look. Glazed brick at that side. And we've got that kind of building there, I don't know what that is. And then we've got a pen over there. But this building here, could this have been stables? This is glazed brick down there, and we can see here we've got Leeds Farnley. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, it is somewhat in a state of repair, but they built these themselves, and they'd probably have built these with leftover bricks from orders, hence why they're putting glazed on the inside. Now I doubt it was a stable, because there's nothing in here to indicate that. We've got the floor covered in, again, it looks like random coloured glazed bricks. Beautiful. At least it's got a roof on it, so it is preserved to an extent for now. We have more bricks on the floor down here. These are more modern brick from where that lintel went across. So we now need to go back along the line. That is the pen. That looks older. Actually, the bricks look very similar. So it could well be stables. Now we're going to be moving on from that. That was a rather exciting thing to come across, really, when you're expecting to find nothing. But we've got it. There it is. It might have been offices, it might have been stables, I don't know. Because I would imagine in the very, very early days of this railway line, it would have been pulled by horses, not electric locomotives. As I've read, that would have probably been later in its life, because this part of the railway would have been open until sort of the 50s, really, because I think Sowdens pit was open till about 57, something like that. But we can't go anywhere beyond here now, because I'm going to show you that embankment there behind me, and you can see them houses, modern housing estate. The next time we can pick this line up is where it crosses Lawns Lane in New Farnley, and I'll see you there. So where we've just been is directly that way, and the line, after coming where the embankments were, comes through this housing estate, and then it is actually following this path now. This is coming up to Lawns Lane. Now it does veer off slightly that way, but it also went straight on here because there was a siding. And from what I've seen on the maps, it looks like it was a raised embankment siding. But it looks like there's nothing left of that. And the line curved round and went through that there, crossed Lawns Lane. Now I have read somewhere that there is a photograph of a train crossing Lawns Lane, but I have not seen it and I can't find it. But this is where the siding was, and then it goes through there. I'm going to see if I can get access to that land because it is private. From the point of the view of the narrow gauge railway, this is the end of the line for us on being able to see anything physical. I'll show you why. With the siding being there, it would then run through here. Now I've been speaking to the farmer that owns that, and I can't get access to it unfortunately, but there is an embankment covered in trees, he says. But he can also remember an enamel sign being here warning traffic that there being a railway crossing. Now unfortunately over the years that enamelled sign has been moved and battered and absolutely destroyed, so that is now unfortunately lost to history. But I'm going to have to go to the maps to show you what was over there. Here we are looking at a map from the early 1900s. We're looking at Whitehall Road, and in the centre of here where we've got Whitehall Road. What I'm circling here now is where we started filming today. We didn't cross the field, we rejoined here on Lowmoor Lane, and then here is Sowdens pit. We took our photograph from about there, looking across at where the pit headgear was, the pumping station actually was, and we can see there's a number of sidings in there. Now I'll just re-centralise that, and I'm going to drag across what it looks like today, because we saw it from the air. There we go, nothing. There is all those farms there now which weren't there when this railway line was running. This is all narrow gauge. Now the people that used to work at that pit lived in this row of houses called Long Row, and I will put some pictures of those up for you now. They have all been destroyed. I believe they were knocked down sometime around 1966, 1967, along with all the other housing related to this Farnley Iron Clay Works. Now I'll bring it down to a modern view again for you, and as you can see, those houses gone. Nothing there. Going back to our older map, we can follow the mineral railway. And the next place we joined it was where the embankments were and where the buildings were that were made out of fire clay bricks from Farnley with the glazed up windows. That is this building here. There is a building mark there that's a ruin. Unclear as to what they were. I suspect they were related to the railway line, but I'm unsure. Now we've got these buildings here. They've all gone as well around the recreation ground. They were related to this mine. This railway line and mines. This is the embankment, and then we get cut off here. We can't follow it any further at that point. I'm going to drag that down because everything we see there, what we're following now, has all been swallowed up by modern housing. Now New Farnley was nothing without the Farnley Iron Works and Clay Works. As you can see, that's all being built on. And the next time we join this is here at this crossing. That's where our siding was. This is where our footpath goes, and then there was a crossing here with enamel signs on in the 1950s, and then it goes off here into a load of sidings. I will just peel that back so you can see there's nothing there. Row trees, and then we'll re-centralise this, and we can see how extensive the end of the line was. Got branch lines going off up there, and it looks like this bit here could have been a bridge. It probably was a bridge. And then down here, this is confirmed as a locomotive shed. Now I'm putting on this old map. This map is a hand-drawn map by somebody who used to work there, and is marked clearly that that was a loco shed. He's also drawn an embankment that's got a break in it. Perhaps that was later when the bridge was no longer in use. Now we'll go back to the other map. So this is what the loco shed was, and we can see all these lines going off here. Now this one here clearly joins these sets of lines here, and this goes off into the Farnley Iron and Clay Works, because the Farnley Iron and Clay Works was absolutely riddled with narrow gauge lines, and I will bring that across now to show you. Hopefully we can see some of that, get some of that in, and you can just see how busy that is with railway lines, and we will be covering this in the next episode. But before we go there, I just want to show you what's there today. And now we'll join me back in the field. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel, it's completely free. And I need to get a ton more subscribers, and I might give that brick away to somebody. Stay tuned for the next one, because that one is going to be about the Farnley Ironworks.